Most people think this is a story about the government reopening. It isn't. It's about leverage. It's about incentives. It's about who pays the price. Because while Washington celebrates passing a spending package, working Americans get the inconvenience, the risk, and none of the rewards. Today, I'm going to show you why Democrats are walking right into a weakness trap, and why the deal actually reduces their leverage, and why regular people lose either way. And the part that surprises me the most, the deal makes future fights even harder for Democrats to get a win.
Breaking news from the White House this evening. President Trump just now signing the just passed House funding bill into law, ending a brief partial government shutdown. It is officially over, and now starting the clock on negotiations over ICE funding that could have us in this exact same position 2 weeks from now.
After signing the spending package, Trump claimed that it cut wasteful spending.
Instead of a bloated and wasteful omnibus monstrosity full of special interest handouts, we've succeeded in passing a fiscally responsible package that actually cuts wasteful federal spending.
But the numbers say otherwise. The national debt is now at $38.2 trillion. Roughly $2.7 trillion of that increase happened just in 2025 alone. So if this is cutting waste, what the hell does overspending look like? The United States has the highest national debt in the world.
Craig.
Second place is China, and it's not even close at 18 billion. China has about 1.4 billion citizens. The US has 330 million. So we're spending more and more per person while being told that it's responsible budgeting. That contradiction matters because it set up what's really happening next. Democrats are threatening to shut down to force concessions on DHS and ICE. On paper, that sounds tough. In reality, it's a trap. Because DHS doesn't just fund ICE, it funds TSA, it funds FEMA, it affects disaster response, it affects air travel, it affects emergency systems. So when this drags on, and politicians don't feel the pain, voters do. Flight delays, security slowdowns, emergency response strain. This means Democrats are trying to leverage public inconvenience. That's not strength. That's pressure that's going to come back on them. And we know they can't handle it. All right. Now add this. Republicans already received $75 billion over the next 4 years in the big, beautiful bill for DHS. $75 billion. So ask yourself, if you already got $75 billion, why is another $4.6 billion suddenly so urgent? And if it isn't urgent, why is it tied to a shutdown threat? At this point, it stops looking necessary and it starts looking like a money spigot, a large pool of cash with weak oversight and strong profit potential for someone.
Democrats have a long list of demands, including judicial warrants and taking masks off, that Republicans are really not willing to entertain.
No!
And it's just very hard. The House would have to pass this very early next week for the Senate in order to take it up and get it done by February 13th. I don't see that happening, but the Department of Homeland Security could run on sort of a mini shutdown for a while. ICE agents, Border Patrol will continue to be paid from the one big beautiful tax bill money, but you would see FEMA workers and TSA workers missing a paycheck that's due on February 17th.
There are two realistic outcomes to this whole thing. One, the Democrats cave. Two, Republicans decide they don't really need the extra $4.6 billion. Either way, Democrats lose.
You lose.
Because Republicans have already locked in massive funding and Democrats have shown something very dangerous, which is they cannot sustain shutdown pressure. Once the other side knows that, your threats stop working. You don't have leverage, you have noise. The GOP has already conceded to body cams. So what else could the Democrats possibly obtain over this partial shutdown? Maybe some new reporting rules, some symbolic language. This isn't structural reform. And guess what? Cameras don't change budgets. They don't change profit incentives. They don't change contractor contracts, and they damn sure don't change enforcement and quotas. Cameras record behavior. They don't change incentives to create new behavior. So if Democrats push the country towards disruption and walk away with nothing but the cameras that they've already obtained, their political capital is gone.
You lose.
Their approval ratings are the only thing lower than Trump's right now. Voters don't grade intentions, they grade outcomes. Zoom out. Republicans get massive funding. Democrats posture with weak leverage. Working Americans absorb disruption. Contractors keep getting paid. Washington calls it governance. This is not a government reopening story. It's a system where failure is profitable, chaos is monetized, and accountability is optional. That's the real story. Yo, if the Democrats walk away with nothing meaningful, they didn't just lose this round. They've weakened themselves for future rounds. And they've proven once again that when Washington plays chicken, the people in the car are the ones that get hurt. Is this a necessary stand for the Democrats to take? Or is it another weakness trap? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Until next time, peace and stay informed.